Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out. We're stressed out.
7:37 on TSN 690. It is Weekend Game Plan with Matthew Ross. We're here until 9 o'clock. Still to come, Habs Breakfast with Sean Campbell and Amanda Stein. That's up at 8:05. Right now, though, we're talking a little amateur sports. And normally on this show, we usually have Mark Lidbetter from The Suburban, the sports editor over there, with his roundup. But today, we're fortunate to have a future pro athlete here in studio. He is a member of the national team. He recently won a Reliever-of-the-Year award with Baseball Quebec. We are pleased to have in studio William Sierra. Hey, William. So you recently won the Reliever-of-the-Year award at Baseball Quebec. So that must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when I got my first letter, I wasn't even nominated for Reliever of the Year. It actually just said I was just nominated for being on the national team. So a couple of days went by and I just got another letter, and it said, "Oh, you're now nominated for Reliever of the Year." And I was like, wow, like I didn't expect it. And when I just got it, I was just happy, and I was like proud of myself, you know.
You were drafted by the New York Mets previously. You didn't sign with them. Tell us why.
Well, I didn't think I was ready, and money-wise, I wasn't happy with it.
So, but that is a great thing to say. I don't think I'm ready, because so often there must have been an appeal and an excitement around that, and saying, hey, I should just go for it. It must have been. Was it hard to say no?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, not a lot of people get drafted, and it was just it just went really quickly. Like I had to make a decision right then, and I thought about it for a while, and I just figured that I wasn't ready. Like, I can't just go down there and not be good, because, guys get released pretty quickly if you're not doing good. So, I just think this year, or in the upcoming years, it's just a better chance for me.
We're chatting with William Sierra, a Baseball Quebec's Reliever of the Year, drafted by the Mets last year, looking to get drafted again by another team next year. He's been playing with the national team. So, where did you play? You were all over this year, right, with the national team?
Yeah, I went all over. Went to Dominican Republic, went a couple down. We went to Florida, even Cuba. A lot of fun.
Now, how does the team stack up against some of these other nations?
Well, we're actually pretty good. This year there's the World Championship in Thunder Bay, and we have a pretty good team. I mean, we went down to Cuba. We won like half of the game, lost half of the games, but I feel like we're a much better team, and I'm excited to see how we're gonna do.
Dave, I know you had a follow-up from our interview we had with William a few months ago.
Yeah, William, last time you were on our show, you said that you hit 91 on the radar gun. I mean, that was impressive in itself. Have you improved on that number a little bit?
Yeah, actually by 1 mile per hour. Now I hit 92
That's
on one
incredible.
of my tournaments here in Canada. And I just think it's unbelievable. I mean, all the hard work from last year, it paid off.
You're how old now?
I'm 17.
17. So when do you turn 18?
In August.
Oh, wow. So not until next August he's throwing 92. That's phenomenal. Is it just a matter of mechanics and your body growing? I mean, how do you increase miles per hour?
Mechanics. I mean, I worked with this guy last year, and he really worked on my mechanics, and I went from like 83, 84 to 90, 91, so I'll say mechanics and just letting your body just grow. It's just naturally you're gonna get miles per hour. You're
a tall guy. You're what 6?
I'm almost 6'2".
Okay,
actually.
so you're almost 6'2". So you might hit 6'2". You're still 17. It could happen. Your parents tall? Were they athletes?
My dad's 6 foot, but his granddad was 6'4". So I'm trying to get that 6'4" from from my grandpa.
So you're from Montreal, but you've lived a few other places as well.
Yeah, I've lived in California. I moved from Montreal when I was 7, and my dad got a job over there, so I moved there, and that's when I really started to like baseball, to love it. It was just all around me, you know, like here the Expos left, so, you know, over there it's always baseball 24/7, and that's exactly like how I started loving it, and I just started playing every day with like teams over there, and that's where it all started.
Did you know you were going to be a pitcher? Was that something? Right off the
Actually,
bat?
no, I started being a shortstop, and I was pretty good until one day we didn't have any more pitchers, so the coach just decided to put me up on the mound, and you know, I just pitched, and I pitched really well, and then I was just like, wow, I could really pitch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, just wrapping up with William Sierra here on Weekend Game Plan with Matthew Ross. Now, the plan or the goal is to get drafted, I guess, next June?
Yeah. It's either that or going to college.
And you've already committed to a college?
Yeah, I committed to Chipola College. That's where Russell Martin went, and Jose Bautista, and, you know, the list goes on. It's a pretty good school. And
how did that come about? Did you choose it because of those guys? Did you hear about that school? Did they approach you? How did that work?
About a year ago, they approached me, and you know, I wasn't ready a year ago, so I was just telling them maybe I was talking to them, and then I decided like, wow, this is a really good school. So, and you know, the thing is with this college is that I could get drafted again next year, or I could transfer to a 4-year university. So, you know, all my doors are open. You know, I have many choices, and yeah, it's a really good school.
And you're going to play, again, as you mentioned, championships in Thunder Bay, so you're going to play with the national team again.
Yep.
Is there anybody, any players, pro players you've ever met that you were kind of starstruck by thus far, or you were really excited to meet?
Yeah, I met Russell Martin and a couple of the Blue Jays guys down in Florida when we played the AAA team.
Oh, cool.
And they were just there for, you know, to practice, and yeah, I just met up with them, and they're actually really good guys. They're really nice.
Do you have a favorite pitcher?
Noah Syndergaard.
Syndergaard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a bad one to choose. Yeah.
Really good.
All right, so you're on this journey. It's going very well. Before we let you go, we got to get you to say any thank yous out there to people that are listening, or anybody that's really meant a lot to you in terms of getting you to where you are right now.
Yeah, I like to thank the ABC. They've been a big part.
Yeah, tell us what that is, so, for the folks that don't know.
The ABC is a program in Montreal and Quebec that it like recruits young players, and they try to develop them so they can go to college or get drafted. And it's really been like these couple of years, like the academy just grew, you know, thanks to like Robert Fatal and, you know, the pitching coaches. It just got a lot better. You know, before they used to play against schools here, now we're playing against schools like universities down in the States. And yeah, I would just like to thank them, and I'd like to thank you know, my teammates. You know, they really helped me out too. My family, mostly my family. You know?
I was hoping he wasn't going to forget them.
No,
That's good.
no, never forget. No, keep the family close, you know.
All right. So, and if folks want to follow you on Twitter, William is actually on Twitter. If you want to follow his journey to try and make the major leagues, it's Will_winning36. Is 36 your number?
Yeah, that's my favorite number.
Any reason?
I just been playing with it all my life.
All right, cool. And I would think, I see you're in a Blue Jays jersey today,
Yeah.
but in, let's say, 4 or 5 years, you know, you're 21, 22, and there's an Expos team here. Would you want to be traded here?
Definitely.
All right.
You know,
All right.
playing in your hometown, that's the best thing.
Yeah, but not in the Olympic Stadium, right?
No.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, William, best of luck. Thank you so much for coming in. We're going to continue to monitor your progress, and hopefully we'll have you back on.
Thanks for having me.